Your car is towed. You'll need a tow back to pit lane.
Hello, welcome back for another video. This time we're at Spa in the BMW M2 CS Cup. This is a great little car, I love it. I never really got to drive this in like an official race before. I've done one or two public lobbies in it for a bit of a laugh, but nobody else really driving it, you know, dead with GT3s as usual. And, well, this is our first race properly in it, and we love it. It's a great little car. The reason why we're in it is unfortunate. I mean, it's Snetterton this week for the 25-minute races in the Iron class, and well, yeah, been a lot of accidents, and I've lost my Iron license too for it, so we're just trying to get that back. We saw this was an option to get it back, and I mean, again, BMW M2 Cup on Spa, yeah, definitely going to sign up for that. That sounds great. And so here we are, race getting ready to go. No, it's not obviously going to go to plan, as you can tell by the thumbnail. We're going to have a bit of a crash. Well, I mean, we're going to try and keep it as clean as possible, but the crash is just stupid. It's kind of my bad, in a way, as well. Right. See, you're being really careful, the guy in front of us being careful. I'm not even going to try and overtake this guy next to me, I'm just going to give him plenty of space, because, you know, it's right at the beginning, I'm right at the back. I did get one chance to qualify. I was a little bit late to qualifying, so I didn't get 2 qualifying laps in. I managed to get 1 in, and well, I come out of Redillion and almost crashed it into the wall. I actually managed to save it somehow, but I went so wide it was dirty ages ago. Look how careful everybody's being. It's nice to see. Although we are doing we're very mundane speeds here. It's careful, everyone's careful though, so it's good. If we start spreading out a bit more, it'll be a bit safer.
Car on the left, clear on the left.
Yeah, everybody taking it good and easy. There's a car spinning ahead.
Car on the right,
And I just don't see it. I actually did not see it. As this guy spins out in front of him, we give him a tiny little love tap there. But yeah, I didn't actually see it. I'm actually very disappointed in myself there. I was looking like too far ahead in the other direction. I was looking to the left around No Name to see if there was anything happening there, because that's usually where I see crashing, right? It's coming out of No Name. So I was actually looking that way and I just don't see it. I crashed straight into him, so... Was there anywhere for me to go? Not exactly, but at the same time, if I'd actually been looking that way, I'd have seen it and I'd been hit the brakes. I might not have actually crashed, so... I might have just got like a little bump from behind where the guy's not expecting me to stop, kind of like how I've smashed into the back of that other guy. So yeah. So now we've got 24 seconds of damage, all on the front end. Now, I got kind of lucky. The steering is actually still pretty straight, like it's just off slightly, but the car is feeling a little weird to drive. It's definitely got damage, as you see there, look, 24 seconds, it pops up real quick, but yeah. I'll actually double check that again in a bit, because at the time I didn't actually see it said 24, I thought it actually said 4 seconds. I was just like, wow. Oh, I thought it said 34. So I was just like, wow, only 4 seconds. Feels a bit strange for 4 seconds. Gonna get some positions back here from drive-thrus. Just 2 of them this time round. Good. We look again here, and then we see it says 54, and we're like, oh, we might need to pit. That's more than I thought. So I check tyres. I don't want to change tyres if we do have to pit. I'm going to drive it round another lap and see how it feels. Obviously, can't pit now, but get a feel for it. This is going to be really the truth. Can I get through a Rouge and Redillion without dying? And I'm going to try it a bit slower than I normally would, nice and gently, and it felt okay, so we're good. We decided I'm not going to pit this race. The car feels okay. I'm down on top speed, but it's fine.
Slow car ahead.
I want to see how many positions we can get up for this damage. So like I said, the car actually feels okay. The steering's pretty much straight. It's only off slightly. So the car does feel a bit strange though. It's not quite what I felt in qualifying. That's another freebie right there. Now my biggest worry here is because all the damage is on the front, is I'm going to absolutely ruin these front tyres now. Like I feel like I'm going to, like, because of the damage on the front, I'm going to start oversteering the car in the front. Like overturning the wheel and so on, trying to get the turn in and whatnot. Because like I said, it does feel a little bit strange with the car. For the most part it feels mostly okay, surprisingly. But it's just a bit weird. There's a bit more oversteer to the car as well than what I was experiencing before, and a little bit more. But it's actually helping me in ways, although not all the time.
Car on the right. Clear on
This
the
guy's
right.
going to give it straight up, he's not going to try and fight me here. Don't blame him. As you see that guy on the steer really wide, like, you forget how fast this little car actually goes, and it's got no downforce. I mean, we're doing 130 miles an hour here into this braking zone. We can go faster than that, we just sort of kind of messed that up. Along with the guy in front of us. But this car's got alright-ish acceleration up to like 100 to 110 mile an hour. But it's after that where you actually notice it's quite a quick car. Because it still carries on accelerating from where it's pretty streamlined, it's pretty good. Are we going to try this with him? I mean, he's in front of us, yeah, as I say, I'm most likely going to just let him go. This is always very slow through here. Below 100 mile an hour here, we're normally doing it, and he just lets off coming up the corner, so we bump him. Not sure what happened there. I don't feel like I really had time to go left or right to react. If it was a GT3 I probably would have, but like I say, it's not no downforce, it doesn't react very quickly, this car, things like that. It kind of feels a bit like a boat to drive. It's pretty heavy. Like I say, no downforce. Doesn't turn in very quick, doesn't respond to much quick. The steering, the actual steering itself feels very heavy too. So that also gives another impression of like you're driving a boat. It sounds bad, but it's actually like fun. It's a good fun car. I do like it. It does overheat its tyres quite easily because of the weight, I'm guessing. I'm not too sure what causes it to overheat its tyres very easily. Yeah, my brake ducts here are like, the rear ones are pretty much almost fully closed, but the front are completely open. You can see it doesn't cool its front brakes down too well, even with fully open brake ducts. So that's also a factor of why your tyres overheat a little in this, but yeah, the rear ones were fine, so I could get away with actually closing the brake duct up quite a bit, keep it at a nice temperature. Not too sure on what the tyre pressures are meant to be in this. I'm pretty sure it's 27 psi, but I could be wrong in that. And there's quite a big change over a lap on Spa in this car. Like, it's actually a large change, even compared to GT3. It's like quite a large change in pressures over a lap in this car. There's points where your tyres start overheating, your tyre pressures go up quite quickly. So all of a sudden you're like over by like 0.3, 0.4, and then all of a sudden you're on like straights like this and it actually drops a lot. So something to watch out for when you're driving this is your tyre pressures are going to drop and stuff quite a lot. It's sort of like you've got to try and average it at 27. Like, where's it important? You know, the corners, so you want it to be around 27 at the corners if you can. The more important the corners, obviously, the more important it is to get it there. Like this corner, you can get away with it being too high, too low. You know, it's easy to get around it. But any other corner, like Pouon or something, yeah, you want them to be as good as possible. I'm pretty much going to just start sending it now. You can see there, I'm trying to get it nice. Got all let off, you can see there, it gets a bit loose at the top. I did the pro gamer move of going into setup, never driving the lap of the car on the track, choosing aggressive default, and then random clicks on things that I think will make it go quick. Well, like I said, I'd already done it once before, a few times, like, or doing public lobbies and stuff, so I knew it handled a bit like a boat already. It was quite understeery, so I've given it like things that I think will make it less understeery. Which, I have no idea if it helped because I didn't try it before, but I do know the damage makes it even less understeery than what it was before, which is good because it's kind of what I wanted. But it does make Redillion very scary, that's for sure. It's also made like rolling onto the flat curbs kind of scary too, because it gets very slippery. It's a bit more oversteery now. But we're managing. I mean, there's quite a group of cars ahead of us now. We're up into 18th. So at this point, like I said, I'm kind of full send now. I'm trying to send it as hard as possible and catch up this pack, because I'm starting to get used to the way it's feeling. I feel comfortable. I might be like, when I catch him, I can actually race with it in this state. Because the worry was, like, I might have this damage and it might be drivable till the end of the race, but if I catch somebody, can I actually race somebody with it? Like, is it going to be too... I don't know, is the car going to be too nervous and twitchy and stuff when I'm next to somebody with the damage? But it's fine. I feel like I can race with it. Just got to be a little bit careful on corner exit because you just get a little loose. Absolutely ramming it through there. To 135, just touching 135 as we go into braking zone. Bounce over that curve. It's not a particularly good line there, I feel, but doing better than the guy in front. It's 3 seconds off of our time. Even with that little bit of a wiggle at the top of Redillion there. Just get a freebie there too. Pushes us up into 17th. And now we're just about close enough to get the draft off the guy in front, which we kind of need, because like, so we're down on top speed. That's definitely caused a lot of top speed issues. Just full ramming the guy playing bowling with the front end of your car. Got a really good run through there compared to him though. Nowhere near close enough to do anything. If we can get past these two, it's on to like another group of 3. It's kind of throwing me off seeing his brake lights coming points that I'm not expecting them. Having to let off quite a lot actually coming out of corners and stuff like that, and in the middle of corners.
You're halfway through, keep it up.
Quite a bit slower than me. He's got somebody in front of him, but he's not really sticking with that guy, so that guy's like also quite a bit slower than me, but a little bit faster than this guy it seems. Need to figure out a way to get past him quickly. He's still doing the right things, still keeping it on the road, on the racing line and stuff like that, so he's still making it awkward for me, but I'm going to go for it here as this guy has a bit of a moment. I'm definitely going to take advantage of that.
Clear on the left.
Don't want to be stuck behind this guy. I feel like I've got the pace to actually catch back up in front too. There's still quite a bit of time left, still like, what, 5-6 laps left. At 2 minutes 40 a lap, like it's a long lap. I think the car that's not ahead of us, but the one ahead of him, is the guy that started right next to us on the start line too.
Yellow flag, be careful.
Oh, it's a bit
Slow
absolute
car,
here. It's a freebie into 14th. Who knows, maybe we can get top 10 now. Top 10 would be lovely, right from the back like that. With the damage. I'm already happy with the progress, 14th. I can still see that group ahead of me though, so I'm still going to send it as hard as possible, try and catch him. I'm might have to, like, when the track changes for this, I might have to do this, like, again, because it's good fun. I do like this little M2 Cup thing. Unfortunately, I'm not massively consistent in it at the minute, so I keep getting, like, a few off tracks and stuff like that with it. There's that pile up at the beginning, and then there was another race before this where there was just a huge pile up. Definitely feel like there's a chance of top 10. I'm hungry for the top 10 now. I see those 3 cars ahead. It's not that much further in front than the other guys are either. They seem to be liking to crash each other out, so I might get another freebie here or there too. Especially when it gets nearer the end. We're getting a bit more aggressive, trying to get past. We're almost on for doing 242 now that we're for clear air. That we are on for a 242 it says. So I might have just gotten off track though. Let's see if it comes up in a second. Nope, no off track. It's a good sight when you start seeing them getting closer and closer like that. Makes you push more. No mistake here though. I found a little trick of this little car. If you ride that curb on the inside trying to go through there, it sort of rotates your car around like it does in the GT3. But if you do it right with this, you can actually go flat out through there. You see I always lift just a little bit usually. But it's like an easy flat if you do it that way. Whereas if you do it the way you would in a GT3, it is flat still, it's just not easy flat. Oh, just lost some time. Might not be on a 42 now. It's very close, it's gonna be close. Oh, I just got it.
Well done, mate. Personal fastest lap.
Look how close they look as well in front of us. Catch up 3 seconds, that's all I do. 3 seconds, I'll be on the back of him. So I almost lose it going into here. Big slide, lose a lot of time. Looks like somebody else lost it here. There's a free bit. 13th. Oh, it's the guy that started next to us. Unlucky. Got all this way before he lost it and crashed.
Yellow flag, be careful. Slow car.
Another crash. Looks like it's got going though, but it's bunched up to the other 3 in front of us, so that's 10th right there ahead of them. Definitely get a top 10 if I just stay on the road, not crash it like everybody else is doing right now. It's going to be a little bit hard getting past him though, so the top speed's a bit of an issue. I'm running slightly lower downforce than most people are, it seems, but at the same time, the damage is quite a lot of top speed. Pretty sure that guy behind us is pretty heavily damaged. We're dropping him pretty fast. Well, they're steering issues. That's just unlucky. Like I say, this car gets kept very loose through Redillion. I don't know if... Well, I'm guessing the aggressive, even with the extra downforce on the back of it, doesn't really help it that much. Because it's like... Well, what is the downforce on this? Like 2 clicks of downforce? Probably an extra like 20 kilos or something of weight on the back of it. At like 50 mile an hour or something. It's just, yeah. It won't be much. You don't really notice the difference that much when you take the downforce off of it and put it fully on. It's not a massive difference. Oh yes, they're fighting. Oh, we almost crash into him because he comes to a complete stop. And then he just crashes that guy for us, so I'll take it.
Car on the right.
Who spots
Clear
him
on the
on? That's 10th right there, top 10. Looks like he might be trying to send it. Please don't send it. Pretty quick. Looking in the mirror thinking he's going to send it. Unlucky. Gonna have to let him back
Car
past
on
me.
the right. Clear on the right.
Oh. It's going to be pretty difficult, I see. Top speed. Can hold it to the bottom though.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Good. Good. Well, I think this is where you're going to see the top speed issues. Before, on the race before this with the same setup, when I was going down the straight and someone who was drafting me about, I don't know, about half a second behind, it's very slowly catch up near the end. It'd be right at the end it started catching. And here they just catch no matter what, even if they're not drafting. Gotta be careful not to outbrake myself near the end here. Thought hard for these, I'm in 9th now. Somebody else has had a crash somewhere there. Knows, maybe we can catch this guy from 2 seconds. We're slowly dropping the guy behind now. I think we got this. We can catch him, I believe it. I have to believe it. I always wonder what this car's like to drive in real life. Does it feel so heavy like this? I'd imagine it does. I always think it's such a cool little car to look at though. Like, I do like watching these like little single make races, especially when they include him in the multi-class setting as well. Like when you're watching the VLN or the 24-hour Nürburgring, you see quite a lot of these going around. It's nice to watch them. Such a good looking little car, I feel. It's like my idea of a good entry level little GT racer, touring car racer, you know. I know it's in the TCX category, but I don't think I would put it as a touring car, really. I think it's more along the lines of a GT5 style car. Like it's not quite there. Starting to look like I'm not going to be able to catch him. I do catch him slightly here and there, but he seems to pull it back away. Like I catch up a 10th here, but that's not enough over a lap like this. I mean, if he keeps going wide like that, that'll help. It's a long lap though. If we go over the line with like 10 seconds to go, that's still a full 2 minutes more, 2.5 minutes more. Racing. Maybe I can get him in that. It's only 1.5 seconds now. Looks like he's making more mistakes too. Oh yes, look at this. Hungry for his position now. 8th. I really want that 8th now. Depends how hard he's gonna fight for it. If he starts getting a bit aggressive with it, I'll probably back off a little. I'd rather just keep hold of the 9th though, rather than crash out trying to get 8th. We're in draft range now though. It's good.
Right, man. Leader is on the final lap. Give it all
We're
you
gonna
can.
get another lap too. Pushes it way too wide. I almost follow him.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
Right up onto the back of him now. Look at that. He's had a horrible last corner. Guy pulls away on the straight, there's nothing I can do. The straight line speed's just gone. Like, my defense and offense has pretty much been deleted right there. That crash. I need to be able to get up alongside him in the corner, like in going to a braking zone to really overtake, but I can't because I'm just too slow. Like even this, like even I know I can get through here quicker than him. He's already pulling away again. Even with this draft, he's just going to keep pulling away and keep pulling away. Still, he's making mistakes like this. No pressure from the guys behind, so we've got this guy all to ourselves as well, which is great. He's still managing to get good exits, that's the problem right there though. Like there I was hoping to maybe get a better exit on him, but this is sort of like what we're looking for here. I can't really get the power down, I see I'm drifting out wide as well. Yeah, trying to finish the race in front of this guy too. Not again. I'm closer to him, so I'm getting better draft, but it's still not enough. I'll try and push out. Though going too wide, it's gonna have to let right off. That's over right there. We got 9th out of it though, and 9th. Really happy with that. So the car is driving weird. It's tough to deal with the damage a little, especially being down on your only offense and defense, because I was pretty much running lower downforce than everybody else, or most people. So I was using the straights as basically my only offense and defense. Couldn't get around the corners as quick, but hey, I'm pretty happy with that. That was really good for us. Nice little top 10 there from the back with the damage as well. We'll take it. Fortunately, we think we lost safety rating again because we kept getting too many off tracks after the damage and stuff. So unfortunate for him. Hope you enjoyed that video. That's it for it. If you did, please like, subscribe, comment, all the YouTube good stuff. You know that. Until next time, stay safe. Peace.
Looks like your car is towed. You'll need a tow back to pit lane.